Ladies and gentlemen, are we here? Yup, this is PernellBobby asking you to like and subscribe. Why? Because somehow, some way, astrology has been one of the tools, one of the modalities to help you relieve suffering. And if that has been true, whatever suffering looked like in your life, that's why you want to press the like button now on this Cancer Moon transit. Damn, I should have got water before I started. Your boy is Thursday. Listen. This is murder type energy, okay? You might want to kill somebody with Aries and Cancer in the sky. If you feel like you need to isolate or really reserve yourself and step back a little bit, recluse yourself into the comforts of your home, even your family, this might even for some of you be a call home to mom on this Cancer Moon transit. Cancer Moon is overly private in a way that no one actually really understands how private they are. And that's not even with the 12th house involved, right? When we first hit 0 degrees, the moon will be in the first house. So you yourself will, by time, since the Aries new moon, here's what you've collected. You've collected what has become emotionally important for you to actually feel stable enough for you to move forward. This energy with the moon here in Cancer, and part of this astro download is like to be mindful of what are the things that make you freeze. Cancer is one of those signs where if they're threatened, one of their superpowers on that prehistoric standpoint of how they would defend themselves would be to actually freeze. So if you know the Cancer, you have Cancer placement in yourself. Like I have Cancer Mars, for example. Wherever Cancer is in your chart, you should really look there to start, because these are going to be the things that you're going to now understand. What is your superpower? What is your supernatural ability to digest your intuition, to listen to your gut response? Because the Sun and Mercury is in Aries. Mercury in Aries, Sun in Aries. Now you put Cancer there. Aries is an instinct type gut hitter, you know, and the gut or your boobs or your bosom, especially if you're a mother out there, you might get a tingle sensation that will give you a vibe that'll let you know what you possibly couldn't know. You now have the ability to peer into the more hidden, dark elements of yourself, because it's in the first house. And what this looks like is when you start really digesting the feelings of yourself, you're going to want to start to address this cumbersome and unsteady feeling keyword about global tensions rising, and how are we publicly as a collective contributing our little parts, okay, piece by piece. Why? Because we're coming up very closely on the Jupiter conjunct. On the Jupiter conjunct Neptune. Okay, this is going to happen at 23 degrees. 23 degrees is that of Aquarius. So what does that say? That, when I think of this, is rapid spiritual downloads, because the spiritual element being that the fact that Pisces, Jupiter and Pisces, as well as Pisces and Neptune are both there, and they're not conjunct at the degree of Aquarius. This is all very cosmic energy. This is energy literally from Palladians, literally from angels, literally from animals, your spirit guides, okay? Everything. The last couple days, I really just been like, I don't even want to deal with nobody. Cancer's hella private like that. I've been like straight up in my home, and the Cancer Moon hasn't even been here yet. Gemini energy's here, and I still don't really, I want to socialize, but really just a one person here and there. But Moon in Gemini attacks my 7th house. This is one-on-one personal relationship. This is why no matter what I say or any other astrologers say, always take with a grain of salt, where does the transits being talked about impact you directly, okay? So for me, when this Cancer Moon is affecting literally my Chiron, and in Cancer, it's affecting my Mars. In Cancer, it's affecting my South Node. In Cancer, affecting my Vertex. In Cancer, and what am I saying? This is me really coming into what is going to be required for me to emotionally feel stable, to maintain hosting people on my channel. And I really just said the answer. Me feeling comfortable in how I'm able to support the emotions of myself, okay, by surrendering again to the group connections. Today I just invited somebody to come live and chat about their story and about their insight on my YouTube. and this is actually bringing me emotional stability. So I'm actually recording this while the moon is still in Gemini, but this is our ability with Gemini to really pair thought and feeling, to be able to digest your feelings with an objective manner and not getting overrun the way Cancer moon might make you, feeling like a little 16-year-old girl going through a PMS stage. The thought in Gemini prior was actually setting you up for a little bit of rationality behind all of the wave of emotions that are going to overflow you yourself as it comes in the first house. And in what ways are you focused on your own individual efforts, okay, that what you need to do to feel safe, to push forward your individual efforts, aka where Cancer applies in your chart, on the public scale, to help us all surrender, literally, to help us surrender to breaking through and seeing through the illusions that Jupiter and Pisces expanded will expand the ability for Neptune and Pisces to dissolve the illusions around what is politically and socially and just publicly happening in the world. And I think this comes down to one standpoint: concentration camps, killings, murderings, people being exported from like different U.S. territory, different Canadian territories back to China. Tens of thousands of people dying in concentration camps on a day, but we just all blind to it, and it's not being covered in the news and the media. But it's about to. By the time you get this Cancer moon, we're not going to see through with extra support the illusions, the narratives, the spiritual rhetoric that we've involved ourselves in. We're going to start to see who are the people who are claiming to support us from an emotional, mental standpoint, or our emotional body, our intuitive body. You have to really check in right now on this Cancer moon. You're going to get an intuitive body download, intuitive body message on what you need to do to feel safe, to move and push forward. Okay, this is really kind of, it doesn't start off there, but that's one day before the Jupiter conjunct Neptune. The day after, I think, which is more like April 8th, is the actual conjunction. So on the 7th, the moon will go there 0 degrees. But by the 8th, you now have something different happening, and what this looks like is tension between Chiron and Aries. That's going to have you go through understanding the emotions that you need to resolve, that are keeping you and your own personal unique identity locked the fuck up. The baby-like version of who you are before any and all conditionings and stimulations. Who would you be if you just really didn't give a fuck, and what you wanted is what you needed, and what you needed is what you wanted? You're going to now, by then, surrender to the feelings and emotions that you value, the feelings and emotions that you yourself actually have, regardless of other people involved, your friends, your family, all the connections, the people you don't care about, how you seem and appear online when you start talking and addressing your feelings. You now have a very beautiful opportunity to go through some very deep-seated emotional healing, okay, by being emotionally honest with who you are yourself. And this will come at a moment of tension. Understand that this is coming at the cost of a square. However, the magic is, if you are now talking as an individual with your friends on certain social global inconsistencies about how we're not surrendering and supporting the world and the global collective as a whole by doing our own individual part, right now you have the chance to talk with your friends in the space of being a leader, and they're going to be willing to listen to you. And I think they're going to really bring some harmony into your thought process on what can you actually do next, rather than when this illusion dissolves and we start having literally what's about to happen when Jupiter conjuncts Neptune is everybody's going to have another wave. Okay, another 21% of people in the world are just like that. They're going to wake the fuck up. People who you thought were never going to finally hop on the spiritual wave, were never going to finally hop on the understanding of astrology, the understanding of geometrics, shapes, the understanding of the symbols in the world, on the dollar, and everything going on, okay? The hidden behind the hidden, the things that we've decided to close a blind eye to, you are now being forced to see beyond that. And it's coming from, again, your intuitive and your emotional body. So you may not physically see it fully with your eyes, but you yourself as a character have emotionally adapted to everything you needed to do to feel stable within yourself before you start interacting with people as the moon goes over into Leo. And this is your astro download. If you're a woman, you're looking to come to a retreat, go ahead, come to a retreat. We have 2 spots that I know of. We're getting ready to run our second round of actual qualifications. We didn't say shit about it much yet, but it's happening because 8 women total will be coming down here where I'm at in Mexico City. You're gonna fucking meet my plant. You're not gonna meet my plant. That's my plant though, but you probably won't meet my baby. I just lied, because whatever. This is the Astro Download. You looking for a one-on-one service with me? You want to book an AstroTherapy session? You want to get real deep in yourself? That's what we're here to do. Love you. See you soon.